As Beyoncé stepped through the restaurant door, all eyes in the room turned to her. She was wearing an elegant dress, but there was such grace and nobility in her presence that it wasn't just her outfit, but her posture, her walk, and her gaze that captivated everyone. With every step she took, it truly felt like watching a global superstar. But there was something more. Despite appearing perfect on the outside, the emptiness inside her ran far deeper. Her eyes searched for that man, Joss, who once represented beauty, but now carried a dark past. Joss wasn't just Beyoncé's boyfriend. He had become a hell in her life. A controlling lover, he had gradually imposed more psychological and physical pressure, making her feel like his captive. Violence had become a part of her life. Beyoncé fought every day just to survive. Her lover told her how much he loved and valued her, only to turn around and hurt her with those same hands. Each day she struggled to break free from the darkness of that relationship, but she couldn't take that first step. In the beginning, Beyoncé had tried to accept the challenges she faced, but over time, she began to lose her inner strength. While trying to maintain the perfect life in the eyes of the public, she found it harder to hide the emptiness and fear inside her. The violence had left deep scars on her soul. One day, as she looked into Joss's eyes, she thought, "I can't take this anymore." She knew that tonight would be a turning point. That evening, as the waitress Emily served wine at Beyoncé's table, Beyoncé noticed the trembling hands of the woman. Emily's hesitance and nervousness triggered a realization in Beyoncé that something was about to change. She knew deep down that tonight had to be the end. Her courage had solidified her decision. Beyoncé had confronted her past. She was determined to end the fear she felt toward Joss. There would be no turning back. Tonight, nothing would stop her. When Joss walked into the restaurant, as he always did, Beyoncé's gaze froze for a moment. There he stood in his gray suit, like a figure that occupied the space. She had made her decision, and something was going to change. His eyes still held that power, but when Beyoncé looked at him, she felt no fear or anxiety. That feeling inside her was beginning to overcome all of it. Joss smiled and approached her. "Hello, beautiful," he said, smiling sarcastically. Beyoncé took a deep breath for a moment, but then the determination in her eyes became undeniable. "Enough, Joss," Beyoncé said coolly. "It's over. I once thought I loved you, but there's nothing left inside me to continue this. I can't do it anymore. I don't love you. I can't endure you." Joss felt a surge of anger and fear in his eyes. "How can you do this? You have everything. Do you think losing you will be so easy?" he shouted. But Beyoncé's reply shattered all his power. "Yes," Beyoncé said, "I can do this. I don't deserve a life with you. I'm a human being, and I'm not valuable enough to put up with your games." Joss began to release his tightly clenched fists in anger. Slowly, he stepped back and, looking into Beyoncé's eyes, he silently turned and left. At that moment, Beyoncé's whole world changed. That night was the moment she freed herself from him. Beyoncé slowly stood up, a determination in her eyes like never before. She had somehow filled the emptiness inside her. She was free from Joss, his violence, and his pain forever. That night, she not only left him physically, but emotionally as well. Everything was behind her. As she left the restaurant, Beyoncé didn't even look back. That night, she had rid herself of all her fears, pains, and losses. Joss had been a chapter in her life, and that chapter was now closed. She took a deep breath as she stepped out the door. She was finally going to live for herself. She had shed the dark shadow of her past and given her life a new direction. For Beyoncé, that night wasn't an end, but a beginning. She had freed herself from the pain and trauma of her past and embraced her freedom. It was the moment she took control of her life.